From the birth of a nation to the modern world, here's every president of the United States in order of history. George Washington, 1789 to 1797, the first leader who set the standard. John Adams, 1797 to 1801, defender of liberty. Thomas Jefferson, 1801 to 1809, author of the Declaration of Independence. James Madison, 1809 to 1817, the father of the Constitution. James Monroe, 1817 to 1825, the Monroe Doctrine and National Unity. John Quincy Adams, 1825 to 1829, diplomacy and development. Andrew Jackson, 1829 to 1837, the People's President. Martin Van Buren, 1837 to 1841, the organizer of the Democratic Party. William Henry Harrison, 1841, served the shortest term in history. John Tyler, 1841 to 1845, the first vice president to succeed to power. James K. Polk, 1845 to 1849, expanded America's borders to the Pacific. Zachary Taylor, 1849 to 1850, the soldier turned statesman. Millard Fillmore, 1850 to 1853, signed the Compromise of 1850. Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857, a time of growing division. James Buchanan, 1857 to 1861, before the Civil War storm. Abraham Lincoln, 1861 to 1865, freed the enslaved, preserved the Union. Andrew Johnson, 1865 to 1869, led Reconstruction after war. Ulysses S. Grant, 1869 to 1877, Union hero turned president. Rutherford B. Hayes, 1877 to 1881, ended the Reconstruction era. James A. Garfield, 1881, his term cut short by tragedy. Chester A. Arthur, 1881 to 1885, reform and stability. Grover Cleveland, 1885 to 1889, and again 1893 to 1897, the only president with two non-consecutive terms. Benjamin Harrison, 1889 to 1893, modernization and expansion. William McKinley, 1897 to 1901, the Spanish-American War. Theodore Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909, the Rough Rider of Reform. William Howard Taft, 1909 to 1913, trust buster and later Chief Justice. Woodrow Wilson, 1913 to 1921, guided America through World War I. Warren G. Harding, 1921 to 1923, returned to normalcy. Calvin Coolidge, 1923 to 1929, Silent Cal, prosperity years. Herbert Hoover, 1929 to 1933, the Great Depression years. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1933 to 1945, led through Depression and World War II. Harry S. Truman, 1945 to 1953, ended the war and began the Cold War. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 1953 to 1961, the general turned president. John F. Kennedy, 1961 to 1963, a new generation's hope. Lyndon B. Johnson, 1963 to 1969, civil rights and the Great Society. Richard Nixon, 1969 to 1974, diplomacy and scandal. Gerald Ford, 1974 to 1977, restored trust in leadership. Jimmy Carter, 1977 to 1981, human rights and peace efforts. Ronald Reagan, 1981 to 1989. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. George H.W. Bush, 1989 to 1993, global change and Desert Storm. Bill Clinton, 1993 to 2001, new economy, new age. George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009, 9/11 and the War on Terror. Barack Obama, 2009 to 2017, Yes We Can. Donald Trump, 2017 to 2021, America First. Joe Biden, 2021 to 2025, rebuilding unity. And now Donald J. Trump, 2025 to present, the 47th President of the United States.